It's Friday, December 12th, 2025, and yes, it's Gingerbread House Day, which feels correct because the AI ecosystem is basically a candy mansion held together by vibes and API keys. This is CoeCast. I'm Hunter.
I'm Riley, and today is also official Lost and Found Day, which is perfect because I lost track of which model is the best about 17 times this week.
Facts. Also, this whole episode was made completely with AI. We're stress testing Microsoft Vibe Voice 7B again, so if our voices randomly start sounding like we're narrating a nature documentary, that's part of the experiment.
Or if Hunter suddenly starts speaking only in spreadsheet formulas. Anyway, big story. GPT 5.2 dropped yesterday with Instant Thinking and Pro. Plus, Google pushed Gemini Deep Research with that Interactions API. And DeepSeek came in like, here's V3.2 and Speciale, MIT licensed. Good luck sleeping.
It's honestly the most pick-your-fighter week we've had in a while.
Okay, Hunter. GPT 5.2 being split into Instant, Thinking, and Pro. Where's the real breakpoint for marketing ops? Like, when is fast enough actually enough?
For marketing ops, Instant is the don't make me wait model. Stuff like tagging leads, cleaning UTM parameters, summarizing performance notes, drafting quick variants, routing support tickets, writing alt text, anything high volume, low risk.
So Instant is basically the intern who's fast and confident, and you're like, cool, but don't touch the numbers.
Exactly. The moment you're doing analytics narratives, attribution explanations, multi-touch logic, forecasting, or anything that touches a dashboard a VP will screenshot, thinking starts paying for itself.
Even if it's slower.
Yeah, because the real cost isn't token cost, it's the cost of a wrong decision. If thinking reduces the weight that's not true moments, it saves human cycles.
Oh.
And Pro is for when you want the model to behave like a cautious analyst who triple checks the work.
So Pro is like, we are presenting this to the board, do not embarrass me.
Pro is, if this hallucination ships, I'm in a meeting with legal.
Speaking of Pro, everybody's screaming about coding benchmarks, SWEbench Pro, whatever. How much should non-engineering teams trust that as a proxy for reliable automation agents?
They shouldn't treat it like a gold medal for business workflow reliability. It's a signal, not a guarantee.
Because writing code is not the same as running a workflow in HubSpot without nuking your pipeline.
Exactly. Coding benchmarks tell you it can follow complex constraints, debug, and handle multi-step logic. That's useful. But business workflows fail in different ways. Permission issues, messy data, ambiguous instructions, and the CRM field name is not what you think it is.
Also human politics, like sales renamed the lifecycle stages again.
Yes. So I like coding benchmarks as a proxy for can this model survive complexity, but I trust production automation only when it's constrained. Structured outputs, tool permissions, and a human review gate where it matters.
Which brings me to DeepSeek. V3.2 and V3.2 Speciale are MIT licensed and everyone's like frontier competitive. Are open-weight models finally ready for enterprise agents without hidden costs?
They're ready, but the hidden cost just moved. It's not licensing, it's operations.
Okay, say it louder. People hear MIT and think free.
Free until you're paying for GPUs, inference scaling, monitoring, logging, fallbacks, security reviews, and someone has to own uptime. Also, you need evals, like real evals, not vibes.
And if you're an enterprise, you're also paying in compliance headaches, especially right now with the political climate being
spicy, totally. Like today's news, Trump signed that executive order pushing the federal government to challenge state AI regulations. That's going to create more uncertainty, not less, for companies trying to deploy agents responsibly across states.
And that's the thing. Enterprises don't just want a model. They want a boring deployment story.
Okay, reasoning-heavy tasks. If you compare DeepSeek Speciale versus GPT 5.2 Pro versus Gemini 3 Pro, what differences are people reporting that benchmarks don't capture?
From what I'm seeing, GPT Pro tends to be the cleanest at structured thinking for business logic. It's not always the most creative, but it's consistent.
Like it's wearing a tie.
Exactly.
Gemini 3 Pro. People keep describing it as strong in multimodal and research workflows, especially when it's coupled with Google's ecosystem. It's like it wants to be your product feature, not your chatbot.
DeepSeek Speciale is the chaotic math genius.
Yeah, Speciale is getting that math brain reputation. If you have reasoning tasks that are number-heavy, pricing logic, forecasting math, QA on analytics claims, Speciale feels like the specialist you keep on speed dial.
And the qualitative thing is sometimes the specialist is less fun to talk to, but it's more reliable with proofs. Let's talk Gemini Deep Research plus the Interactions API. Google is clearly aiming at research as a product feature. How do you evaluate it against OpenAI-style deep research agents for citation quality and hallucination control?
I think it's strange by ITs, like Ms. Misretweeting.
I look at three things. First, does it actually attach citations consistently?
Twist.
Second, are the citations real, like not dead links or mismatched references? Third, can I integrate it without rewriting my whole stack?
The citation thing is huge because creators are basically turning into mini newsrooms. Yep, and the pattern I'm seeing is deep research is better when you force it to retrieve and cite, and worse when it's just talking. The trap is people think it's always in research mode.
Right, they assume it's grounded just because it's called deep research. Meanwhile, it's like, here's a confident paragraph and some extremely believable fake citations.
That's why hallucination reduction patterns matter.
So what patterns are actually surviving contact with production right now?
Tool constraints and verification loops. Multi-agent verification is cool, but it can get expensive and slow. The most durable pattern is retrieval first, then generation with strict citation requirements, then a lightweight verifier that checks claims against the retrieved sources.
Like a bouncer at the club, show me your source ID.
Exactly. And then schema constraints for outputs. If you want an agent to populate a CRM field or a report section, don't let it freestyle. Make it output structured data.
I swear, half of hallucination reduction is just not letting the model write a beautiful essay. Vendor lock-in question. It's 2025. If a team wants to avoid being married to one provider, what's your model portfolio strategy?
I like a portfolio. One closed frontier model for peak capability, one open weight model for control and cost, and a router in front.
Router gang.
Router day.
Incredible.
And routing in practice is usually rules plus feedback. Like, if it's quick copy, send to fast model. If it's analytics logic, send to reasoning model. If it's sensitive, send to the most reliable model and require human approval.
And then you log outcomes so you're not just guessing.
Exactly. Quality metrics, cost metrics, latency metrics. If you don't measure, you're just vibe routing.
Gemini 2.5 flash previews are getting love for speed and multimodal. Where does it realistically beat GPT Instant and thinking for automation?
Multimodal workflows. If you're doing, look at this screenshot, read this chart, summarize this doc, generate next steps, Flash is competitive, especially if you're already living in Google Drive and Vertex.
And where does it fall short?
For some teams, it's the agent personality and the consistency in structured business reasoning. Also, integration ergonomics can be different depending on your stack, OpenAI-style endpoints versus Google-style workflows.
Translation. It's not always about model quality. It's about how annoying it is to ship.
There you go.
Speaking of shipping, Google's emotion-aware text-to-speech in 24 languages. Marketer brain, what does that unlock?
Automated localization that doesn't sound like a GPS. You can take one script, generate region-specific voiceovers with appropriate tone, more upbeat, more calm, more formal, and push that into video and audio workflows.
Customer experience too. Like support flows where the voice agent doesn't sound like it's reading your password reset with a gun to its head.
Exactly. And compared to 11 Labs, the chatter I'm seeing is Google's big advantage is integration and scale, while 11 Labs still wins mindshare with creators for voice vibe and character.
Creators care about, does this sound like a human I'd follow? Enterprises care about, can I deploy this in 12 markets without chaos? Last one, agent frameworks. CrewAI, AutoGen, LangGraph, everybody and their cousin is building agents. Which stacks are actually winning mindshare for production-grade agents, and what failure modes keep coming up?
LangGraph keeps coming up when people want stateful workflows, retries, branching, and human in the loop. It feels more systems than demo.
Cool. CrewAI is popular because it's fun. It's like casting a little Marvel team of agents. You're the researcher, you're the writer, you're the critic.
Yeah, but the repeated warnings are consistent. Context drift, tool failures, runaway loops, and agents taking action too early.
Like classic, it booked the meeting for the wrong person in the wrong time zone.
Exactly. Production grade is less about which framework, more about guardrails, permissions, budgets, retries, termination conditions, and logs you can actually read.
Observability is the unsexy king.
Before we wrap, quick scan of the rest of the world. Time magazine just named the architects of AI as Person of the Year, which is honestly fair, because the impact is everywhere now.
And Chandler, Arizona just rejected an AI data center over water usage, which is a reminder the cloud is literally someone's desert.
That's such an important point for creators and marketers. Our automation stacks have physical costs. It's not just vibes and GPUs in space.
All right, that's it for today's CoeCast. If you built a gingerbread house, please do not route your frosting tasks to a frontier model. Use Instant.
Keep it cheap, keep it stable. Thanks for listening, subscribe, and go check out coe.com/resources for AI news and updates.
And if you lost your mind keeping up this week, happy Lost and Found Day. Catch you next time.